What's up, everybody? So, Chaos Demons have been announced for pre-order, which means they'll be out very soon. So, I thought I'd give some thoughts on the announcement stuff and so forth, and maybe share my thoughts on how I view Chaos Demons, which may help some new players out there getting into 40k if they stumble across this for viewing the Chaos Demons as a force that they might be interested in. Some things to keep in mind, and just get a discussion flowing. And you can, of course, share your thoughts in the comment section below. So, first things first, the collector's edition I feel is very underwhelming. I've felt, you guess you could say, that 8th edition's collector's stuff has been pretty underwhelming for codices, especially coming off the back of 7th edition, where the codex collector's stuff came in a box with extra things attached to them and so forth. To go a step backwards to how they were doing 6th and 5th edition stuff is really unfortunate. Just getting a different cover art called a soft touch cover, I guess the certain parts are raised. Page edges, in the case of Chaos Demons, the pages are edged in black, and having a black book ribbon in there is the only difference between the and the normal edition, and it's really unfortunate because it's underwhelming, and compared to the edition prior, it's not a step up. And I don't think you should do anything a step back like this, but that's what they're doing. And it's not just Chaos Demons, it's been all the collector's editions thus far. So I didn't bother with the collector's edition Dark Angels. I'm not really going to bother with pretty much any collector's edition, I feel. So a little underwhelming there. With that said, however, Chaos Demons does have the normal codex out to purchase too, for pre-order, and therefore purchase once it comes out. And we have some Nurgle model range stuff coming out new as well. Now, we knew this coming in. I would have to imagine they've touted Nurgle as their poster child for Chaos stuff since 8th edition started, so not anything too surprising there. With that said, these models are suitably gross in all the fantastically right ways. I feel when you look at a Nurgle model, a Nurgle force, the word gross should be one of the descriptors for it, but it's not a negative. Gross is in, wow, that's really disgustingly Nurgle. That's awesome. I'm not a Nurgle person per se. I wouldn't be my go-to Chaos God, but I can appreciate well-done Nurgle stuff, and I can appreciate cool Nurgle models, of which these are. I know there was some concern before in the past with Nurgle stuff coming out, kind of appearing too cartoonish or more cartoony than Nurgle used to, because I've always felt Nurgle had a slight cartoonish appearance, being these, pustulant, bloated, jolly demons. But I don't think there's really any need to worry now. Eroticus is especially disgusting, for sure. The Gnarlmaw tree stuff is really cool and unexpected. So all in all, just really cool stuff. And while it's cool, it did make me wish that the other Chaos Gods that need updating, specifically Khorne and Slaanesh, he got some updates too. But who knows, maybe we'll see that after the release of the Codex. The Gnarlmaw is my pick for coolest thing to come out, because I'm assuming it has rules. I don't know. But it's going to be great for decoration on dioramas, or if you're going to build a Nurgle-themed terrain piece, maybe a demonic world of Nurgle to fight on. This will definitely go well to adorning, crucial areas of it, in addition to homegrown terrain ideas and what have you. So, just a really cool thing. Having said that, Chaos Demons are different from other forces in 40k, even from Tyrannids, which may seem similar in idea of being an organic force. These are warp creatures, not necessarily organic forces, but they don't really have, they may have a demon engine here or there, but they're kind of like Tyrannids are in their lack of tech, if you will. However, Tyrannids don't feel anything like Chaos Demons. In fact, Chaos Demons feel the most fantasy-esque, if you will, of all the factions in 40k, in my opinion. Tyrannids feel very sci-fi, where demons feel very fantasy. Now, I don't mean Warhammer Fantasy or Age of Sigmar. I mean the genre of fantasy. And this to be, it can't be helped. It's to be expected when you're describing the warp realm and the realm of the different chaos gods, and describing like the plague gardens of Nurgle and so forth, and the the skull throne of Khorne and what have you. The way in which their domains are set up is going to feel very fantasy. Uh, the way in which the demon lore is all set up outside of that too is going to feel very fantasy-esque, in my opinion. Now, 40k is very sci-fantasy, but with an emphasis on sci-fi, to be sure. And it's not that demons don't fit in; they do. The warp is a key thing in 40k and all that, and the demons do feel like they fit in the genre. But if you're somebody getting into 40k for the sci-fi-ness of it, you probably will find demons underwhelming. You probably will find demons not to your liking, even if you like being the bad guy, quote unquote, and you like the concept of chaos. You might be better suited to Chaos Space Marines. But pure chaos is going to feel very fantasy-esque, because pure chaos god stuff is going to be through the demons of Chaos Demons, and they feel particularly fantasy. I'm not trying to dissuade anybody from 40k's Chaos Demons. I'm not trying to say they're a bad force at all. Just in my experience, having read their older codices and knowing the lore and fluff of the demons and of the warp and all that, they definitely feel fantasy-esque. The second force to feel fantasy-esque would be, in my opinion, the Grey Knights. So both the demons and the Grey Knights that combat them are very fantasy-esque feeling in 40k. And it's kind of interesting with Grey Knights because they are very technological as well, but that's beyond the realm of this ramble. Anyways, if you're not in 40k for anything that feels like it could belong in a fantasy game or in D&D setting, then Chaos Demons may not be the force for you. Again, if you like being the evil guy, the bad guys, the corrupted ones, there are Chaos Space Marines to go the realm of chaos and all that, while still feeling very sci-fi-y. Even there, it does get, some fantasy elements do get tacked on, but it's definitely still rooted in more of a sci-fi concept with the tanks and the demon engines there and the Chaos Space Marines themselves. So anyways, Chaos Demons are cool. It's going to be a different way to play. It's going to have a different feel all its own, if you will. You get 4 different Chaos Gods to choose from and mix and match, and therefore there's a lot of different playstyles inherently capable and within the Chaos Demons Codex without having to try hard in making it work, if that makes any sense. So that's also pretty cool too. Anyways, share your thoughts on the Chaos Demons. What Chaos God is the one that you would be going forth if you're collecting them? Share it in the comment section. Let me know. Let anybody else know. Always fun to have a discussion going that way. And thanks very much for sticking through this one. So until the next one, everybody, take it easy.